Well, the Division 2 Grand Final's been sorted. It's Heatherton versus South Yarra, and I'm joined by the Heatherton coach, John Bennett, ahead of this week's big dance. How are you, mate?
Good, Ram. Good to be back.
Very relaxed, good to see.
Very relaxed. We've had the week off and looking forward to this week.
What did you do over the week off? Obviously there were no games for yourself, but you had a training run, I believe, on the weekend?
Yeah, well last Tuesday, going back to last Tuesday, pretty hard game against South Yarra. So we had a really light night on the Tuesday. Had a pretty solid night on the Thursday. And had a real solid hit out on the Saturday morning.
Okay.
So this week we'll just go back to sort of normal.
Normal. So that's just a nice, good hard night Tuesday night.
Yeah, well,
easing off to
and we obviously went and watched the weekend's game. So you know, we probably trained harder than what they did going around from what I saw. Except they had a bit of body. Well, there wasn't even a lot of that. There's a bit of body contact, but yeah, it's pretty disappointing. South Yarra game.
Now the seniors and reserves on Saturday, both sides will be competing in both games. Heatherton versus South Yarra. In the twos, you dropped a game at the semi-finals and had them out on the Sunday morning for training, I believe.
Yes.
Father's Day.
Yes. The coach wasn't too happy, I suppose, when you go through the year undefeated and everyone thinks they're cruising along all right. Yeah, it wasn't expected, obviously, and could be a blessing in disguise to wake them up a little bit.
Well, they bounced back as South Yarra seniors did on the weekend. Was there any aspects of South Yarra's game that you picked out of Saturday, or did you think you had already pretty much covered before the weekend?
In the ones or two?
In the ones.
In the ones. Oh, look, they're a good side, and you know, they get up and running. Like the key to our win, obviously the week before, actually all our wins is we've had terrific starts. So we've got to hopefully do it again.
Get off to a fly.
Get off to a good start. That's the key in grand finals or any final.
That all starts in the midfield, and some guys that were fantastic for you in the second semi were Ben Skinner and Kane Tucker.
Yeah, very good. Trav Saw, all our on balls were pretty good. Having a look on the weekend, all their on balls had a bit of a picnic too. So they've got plenty of touches, I would say, and got their confidence up. So that'll be a great tussle, though.
Well, and although the margin in the second semi against South Yarra a couple of weeks ago might have been a little flattering based on South Yarra's inaccuracy, the tussles in the stoppages and in the centre parts of the ground were fantastic to watch.
Yeah, and yeah, they were. I mean, you can put that down, a bit of pressure and missing goals and all that. But I thought we still had control of the game, even though we kicked pretty straight early goals. In the second half, but yeah, look, the on-ball drills are going to be really even, and now on the weekend, obviously, them on balls just getting it down to the big blokes, especially Crawley. Had a bit of a picnic running around down there, and the other big bloke always looks dangerous. So you got a couple of big blokes, and we got a couple of big blokes. So two can take the most catches, and the little bloke's been in the right spot. And like Neville got a couple of goals early, and looked really dangerous. So
the weather looks like it's going to be fantastic for footy. Nice and sunny, mid-20s on Saturday. Does that change anything going into the game?
No, that's perfect for us. Obviously, we're a bit bigger than them. Generally all over the ground, so the weather, nice, fast track and dry conditions on a smaller ground would be ideal.
What if the wind blows up like it was a howler down there at Clayton on Saturday?
Yeah, and I think the windy days. You're kicking with the wind, you can have a really good first quarter like South Yarra did, or you can have a really poor quarter like Dutton did and be out of it. So that's a tricky thing with the wind, like it was blowing on the weekend. It's if you don't use the wind in one quarter, it can just about throw you out of the game. Do you
keep possession of the ball more, or you want the ball to go along with the breeze?
And I thought they played into their hands a bit. Oakley, the couple of loose back at the start, like at the start of the game, instead of maybe the one, maybe not two, but every time they just got out of the centre, Oakley just went. It really actually set South Yarra up. They just rebounded, and they're very good at that out of the back line and set them up.
Sure did, and look, they're going to be looking to do that again this weekend against you boys. You've been to the big show before. pulled off a win a couple of years ago, and last year were runners up to Dingley. Good luck on Saturday in the big show. Okay, thanks again, John Bennett, for his insight into this week's grand final. Now joined by Adam Neville, one of the senior coaches down there at South Yarra, will be taking on Heatherton at Clayton. Welcome back, Adam.
Thanks, Ro, and Simon's an apology today. He's got nursing duties, so our male nurses aren't able to make it, so yeah, he sends his apologies.
No worries, but we thank you again for coming in. Now, there's been a few things going on, a few unavailabilities as Simon's not available today. Last week there was a strange unavailability for the preliminary final. Tell us about that.
Yeah, look, we had Robbie Crescas out, and look, Robbie's been our best player this year, so he will definitely come into the side this week. Simon and I have got the tough job of actually dropping someone because we had 21 great contributions last week. And it's one of those things you just don't like to do. I mean, we get no pleasure out of doing it. It's very hard for the player as well, but look, we just have to do that. We'll tell the player tonight, so he's got time to prepare himself to play reserves on the weekend. And we can move forward to and concentrate on what we need to do.
Okay, and obviously Robbie was unavailable on a very important expedition of life.
Yeah, look, Robbie got married 2 weeks ago. Strange, getting married during finals, but look, in Robbie's circumstance too, he's played every single game this year. For Robbie to have a week off now, that'll do him a lot of good. So he's gone away, freshened up the body, and he'll come back fit and raring to go. Because Robbie's such a, he's a huge presence for us in the midfield too, and he can lay a lot of strong tackles and hurt some people. So to have him back 100% would be great.
Well, he's certainly been among your top 5 players all during 2009. I just want to talk to you about the history that's been created at South Yarra at the moment, and what you may be going forward on the weekend. You won the Division 3 Premiership only a couple of years after coming out of recess, so it was a huge step up that you guys had to make as a club. You've now come up into Division 2 and are now playing off. You may be the first side to go back-to-back in 2 divisions in the Southern Footy League. An enormous amount of history that you created.
Oh, look, and throw in that our reserves won the premiership last year too, and they're playing off in the grand final too. So our seniors and reserves certainly can go back-to-back. Look, I mean, if that does happen, it'd be something that'd be just amazing to be a part of. And look, we're certainly confident this week. I think, we've played, well, I don't think, we have played Heatherton 3 times this year. Now, they've beaten us comfortably 3 times, but just the last few times we've played them, I don't think our belief was there. We had a 15-goal victory over the weekend, and the confidence and belief within the group, it's actually changed. We've got some very good experienced players playing finals, grand finals. There's a lot of premierships within the group, and look, we're pretty confident this week. We're keen and ready to go.
Well, many of the players obviously would have been part of the 2008 Division 3 Premiership, but some of the other guys have brought into the side, the Jack Lloyds, Matt Crawleys, they've all got premiership success at other clubs.
Yeah, look, we've got a bloke named Paul Sheen. Paul Sheen's an extremely experienced person. He's won quite a few premierships. We've got some other good players, Butch Hill in the back line, Jared Weiss, Aidan Davey. All these blokes bring in premiership experience too, so we have got the experience there. Jack Lloyd's a 21-year-old. He's a young bloke. He hasn't got a premiership. Hopefully he'll get one this weekend. And Matt Crawley, he's an experienced footballer as well. So, look, we have, even though we've come up from Division 3, and we have maintained quite a few of those premiership players, that we have introduced into the side do have that previous experience too, so that holds us in good stead this weekend.
You mentioned you were looking at one change for yourself, potentially Crescas coming in and a hard decision having to be made. Do you see Heatherton's side changing much from the second semi 2 weeks ago?
Look, I haven't put much thought into that, but I'd be surprised if they do go in with the same side. This weekend they're forecasting 25 degrees. On the weekend it was very hot, where one of our strengths is our running game. We played them 2 weeks ago. Look, they were probably all over us with their height, their size. This week it'll be sunny, it'll be hot, and that running game will be very important. So I'll be surprised if they do go in with a big side, to be honest. And John Bennett's got a great reputation. He does like to throw things around, try something different. So yeah, we've got we've got about 5 plans in place actually for what he could throw at us this week.